Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right in since it's been a minute, and I will catch up with you guys at the end, all right? How does that sound? The message I'm getting for the Divine Masculine Collective is loving you from afar, okay? I really do feel like they're trying their best to love you from afar as they focus in on their own life goals. And I think that this energy is really important because I feel a sense of maturing for this Divine Masculine Collective, okay? Focusing in on their own goals, I do see the energy of like maturing. Like this could be a Divine Masculine who is approaching, I want to say like their 30s or 40s. And many of you have kind of grown up together. That's what I'm seeing because I'm seeing teenagers and I saw a baseball diamond. And so I don't know if that may be significant for some of you. You could have known each other since high school. You could have known each other as young adults. I feel like you guys have kind of grown up with one another side by side. And Divine Feminine, like as you've watched your Divine Masculine along the journey, they've been in this energy of just living life in the fast lane. So if that resonates, I feel like your masculine's ready to slow down and focus on their own goals. And this means loving you from afar right now. So I feel like somebody has to let you go in order to show you that they love you. And maybe you're not perceiving it this way, or maybe this reading will serve as some kind of like epiphany or message from your counterpart that like I feel like you're worth it, Divine Feminine. You're worth them getting serious or maturing or focusing in on their priorities right now, their goals. Maybe you're making a lot of life changes yourself, right? What's your energy like? What have you been doing that's making them feel like they need to focus on their goals? Contracts, career, commitments, past, lack, suffering. You probably let go, Divine Feminine. That's what I'm feeling off of your energy here. What's kind of kicking them into high gear is you're letting go of this past energy, this push and pull. And that's why I feel like they're maturing, because by you pulling away from this lack, suffering, it made you hyper-focused on your goals. And I'm getting the words surpass for many of you. I feel like you've surpassed a lot of your Divine Masculine's goals. And I know that sounds strange to say, but contracts, career, commitments, I feel like many of you really, really excelled by pulling away from your Divine Masculine when you did. And now they have no choice but to love you from afar because it's like they want to get your attention again. Whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you knocked down a lot of things that were standing in your way on your own twin flame journey. I feel like many of you might have gotten the message loud and clear that if you really want to pursue this connection with your masculine, then in a sense, you had to get your life in order. So a lot of you might have pulled away from this connection. A lot of you might have straightened things out in certain karmic situations. Many of you really found some really big balls to venture off and go in your own direction is what I'm hearing. And I feel like for you on that journey of maybe letting go of your Divine Masculine, dealing with a lot of your karmic stuff that was in the way of your twin flame journey in the first place, right? Because I feel like many of you might have clued in, like, because with this contract card, I'm getting a lot of heavy karmic energy. So what I'm seeing is a Divine Feminine who could have been stuck in a lot of cycles with a karmic partner and your twin flame. Okay, this could have been your Divine Masculine's karmic partner as well. It's like 4 people involved. It could have been 3 people involved if one of you had a karmic partner. And what I'm feeling is like you guys just really got tired of the cycles. But it took one of you to pull away. And I feel like the Divine Feminine is the one to have done that. You really did. And you left your Divine Masculine feeling very shocked that you you conquered contracts. You might have changed up your career, or you might have quit a job to pursue a career. And that's what's fascinating about you, Divine Feminine. People no longer see you in this energy that you once were. And I feel like you yourself, when you look back, you're like, holy shit. The World card, the Wheel of Fortune, really came through for me at the right time. It's because you guys took the risk. right? Because you believed in the magic of the twin flame journey and you believed in the experiences that were happening to you. It made taking risks in the outside world, in your career, karmic situations, because of the magic that was happening to you, because of your masculine's presence. Whether they believed you or not about this whole journey, a lot of you were like, no, I know my shit, all right? I know my shit. I know when I get an assignment. I know how to ace that shit. I know how to exceed expectations. No, I understand this assignment. So a lot of you really took the approach of like dealing with a lot of things that were like debts to you in this lifetime, karmic debts. And then what I'm hearing too is like on this journey to dealing with all of this, a lot of you maybe really became distant now from your divine masculines, where they don't recognize you anymore, but it's causing them to mature and want to catch up to you and present themselves in a way that it brings them closer to you. I feel like there could be like a lot of romance brewing. Oh, we have the twin flame card sticking out. So I feel like a lot of you could be going through that transformation right now, where it's like, as you get the courage to walk away from this journey and just do your own thing, maybe a lot of you could be in that true divine feminine energy where you're starting to discover the secrets towards like nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, placing a lot of importance on, I'm hearing the words being like of value, being of value in your own life. Many of you are starting to say like, I'm valuable, I'm worthy. And that starts with me taking care of and giving myself everything that I feel worthy and valuable of. And this isn't hard work for many of you. I'm hearing that it's coming through very, very effortlessly to give yourself absolutely everything that you desire, which is why it's making it difficult for your divine masculines to just approach you in any which type of way they want. Now you have their attention, which is why I think I was getting this maturing energy coming from them, is because they no longer see you. And this weak energy is the only way that I can put it. Settling, dogging after somebody, all for the sake of love. Now I feel like many of you are like, wait a second. Oh, before I give my time, my energy, my efforts, you really have to have balance. I'll put it that way. Many of you are seeing the importance of balance first before giving. So I feel like that is what is making a lot of your divine masculines now focus in on a lot of their goals. I'm hearing strong presentation. They really want to put together a strong presentation for you, and get ready to see like a really charming side of your divine masculines as well when they are ready to come through. But right now it's about loving you from afar, because they're studying you. And by studying you, I feel like it's making them study themselves. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat, guys, if that's bothersome for any of you. But yeah, I feel like, again, they could be studying you, and by studying you, it's awakening what direction many of them want to go in. Something about your lifestyle as well, because there is a lot of emphasis I see on many of you taking care of yourselves, and because things are coming towards you effortlessly, I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are like, wow, I really flopped on this assignment. I really misunderstood this assignment. I should have studied more. And what I mean by that is like, I feel like a lot of them could be having thoughts as well about leaving you in this past lack, suffering energy. There's a lot of flashbacks right now of like, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have treated you better. I should have treated you right. I can't believe I didn't recognize like my blessing. I can't believe I didn't take you seriously. I can't believe I took you for granted. I'm ashamed that I treated you that way because you saw sides of me that I'm really not proud of. Now that you are where you are, I don't blame if you look at me like, I wouldn't ever, you know what I mean? Like they see you as like I feel like what happened is like they shunned you, you know what I mean? It's like you came at a time where maybe you didn't have much to give other than your love, and somebody really gave you a hard time because of that, divine feminine. That's what I'm picking up on. Somebody really gave you a hard time because of that. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I feel like the reason now Many of you are experiencing a lot of beautiful, profound changes on your journey, especially with watching your divine masculines now go through their spiritual awakening. Or what I mean by that is just flat out seeing that this whole twin flame thing ain't no joke. Aren't you glad you took the assignment seriously, Divine Feminine? You were like, no, this doesn't look silly. We should take this seriously. This doesn't look silly. We should read up more on this. And your Divine Masculine looked at the assignment. They flung the papers across the room. Yeah, we'll just wing it. So I feel like it's ascending to a higher level of commitment because they really, truly are now starting to understand maybe everything that you said was true. It was right. But they should have treated you better. Many of you could be seeing a lot of hearts. Okay? You could be seeing hearts everywhere and you're like, is it just me or is that breadcrumb shaped like a heart? It's maybe happening to you so much to the point where you don't even point it out to people anymore. You just silently acknowledge it. I feel like it is because you are picking up on your love life ascending. What I'm getting also is like somebody sitting here and they're having a lot of flashbacks about your tenderness, your love. Like they're starting to understand love. That's what I'm getting from your divine masculines, genuine love. Because I'm hearing a divine masculine who's sitting down and they're like, I had that. I had that. I experienced that. You know, but they feel like they didn't embrace it enough. And that's why I'm getting maturing. Someone's getting wiser and they're starting to realize that, like, I had love. Like, why was I so immature with it? Why wouldn't I have savored that? Why wouldn't I have protected that? Why wouldn't I have fought for that? Why wouldn't I have gone out of my way for that? Okay, and the worst part is like, you're good on your own, Divine Feminine. You know, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. I feel like many of you really, when a lot of your Divine Masculines look at you now, it's like a lot of you are even fulfilling goals that they had set for themselves that they still have yet to fulfill. Because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. It's like part of their karma was watching you attract everything that they desired because they might have misjudged you. I.e. flung the assignment halfway across the room. They maybe wish they didn't wing it. You deserved more than them just winging it. You deserved effort. Okay? What did you deserve? What do they wish they could go back in time and do? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. They wish they didn't take advantage of, like, your vulnerability. You know, and it's not that you didn't have self-respect back then, but it's like there was a vulnerability about you where there might have been like you might have been like naive, and like choosing to endure, not dismissing somebody immediately when you see those red flags. You might have had like a few red flags thrown at you before you threw in the towel. Somebody's looking back on those times now and it's like now you are definitely somebody where it's like your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive because there's the access to you. I mean, they can't even come towards you with the energy that you're in now. Somebody feels like, you know, when they look at you and they look at where it is you are now, despite the way that they treated you, you know, seeing you now in this Empress energy, all they really can do, I think, to demonstrate that they're really understanding aspects of this journey, I think is like to really focus in now on themselves, their goals. I think a lot of your Divine Masculines could be focused on work right now, making a lot of money. It's kind of on their mind. It could be a bit of a headache right now, and a lot of them could be just mentally exhausted with the idea of, like, I hate to say it, but it's like they really have to surrender just to their mind going crazy over the fact that you are flowing in abundance. And I think that for a lot of the Divine Masculine collective, you know, part of their journey is definitely feeling very triggered over seeing you abundant, especially if they might have treated you horribly. And now it's like many of you are like, you know, What do they say? Rolling in the dough? My brother would say rolling in that cheese. I feel like many of them, I don't know, I feel like it was orchestrated or designed that way by the universe, for a lot of you on your journey. Just, seeing a lot of the surprises and gifts that you've encountered because you chose to obey, because you chose to nurture, because you chose to take a hit while you were down. You weren't afraid of the dark night of the soul. You stayed patient with the solitude, the loneliness. A lot of you really did follow the instructions well, cutting certain people out of your life, certain habits, going through that very, very lonely road of really trying to understand this journey. Many of your divine masculines are wishing that they didn't take shortcuts, because I feel like now they're like trying to play catch up, and it's difficult. The other day too, I was like wondering if the word, I don't know, it was so random. I was watching North to North on Netflix, wicked show. I was like, man, oh, so good. I was like, only one season? It was so good. But she said the word scrounge, and I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious, because I always wondered if that was just a word I always said. But I feel like somebody's exhausted in that scrounge energy. It's like really trying to outdo or outwork. They're trying to set smarter goals for themselves as well. And also, too, another thing I'm getting about finances and career for a lot of you, as many of your divine masculines are really trying to like wrap their ego around like success and abundance. And I'm hearing for the divine feminines, like they're really trying to be happy for you, and they're really trying to soothe their ego egos around the ideas of, careers, contracts, money, how money is earned. Because a lot of people, divine feminine, I feel, have their eyes on you in terms of your finances and career as well. But something that your divine masculines really truly do see is that they understand that it didn't come easy. They themselves understand now, because of this whole spiritual encounter, this journey. Both of you go through things that the average person is not going through. So they know that, many of you have what you have because you have not been through, easy storms. You did not take shortcuts. So now you're reaping a lot of the rewards. And this is why a lot of your divine masculines, they're focused on you. A lot of you can feel just engulfed by their love, protected by their love, watched over. Also too, like, many of you could be experiencing a lot of passion in your own lives. Possibly some of you could be dating. Many of you could be finding passion in other areas of your life as well, where it's like, this doesn't have to be another person. This could literally be just you and your higher self in passionate union, creating things, making your life more peaceful, more happy. And a lot of your divine masculines can't help but feel like, I just want to preserve and protect that as much as I can. So I'm just going to sit here steady and just give you all of my love so that you can consistently feel it and know that I'm, kind of doing my thing and working on me over here. And you keep doing you, because I feel like however they see you, like the more passionate you are about life, the sexier you become. And they love seeing you happy. It's like energetically, I feel like because of the twin flame card is coming up, whatever energy you're in right now, divine feminine, it's really making your divine masculines feel peace of mind to focus in on their goals. Because seeing you fruitful, happy in your feminine energy, doing things that you love and enjoy, it creates a drive or some kind of like sensual feeling within them to want to focus in on their goals, but at the same time, not take their eye off you for a second. Because that feeling of loving you and working on themselves at the same time, with that space in between, feels really good. A lot of you could be feeling a lot of sensual energy, but don't waste it. Use it to create. All right, work on your goals. I've been journaling a lot too, guys, within these few days that I've had off. And I think I'm actually going to do that regularly. So like what I'll do is like, I'll definitely come out with messages really consistently towards the, first 3 weeks. And I think maybe towards the ending of the month, I'll kind of take that breather and that break to journal, because There was just so much going on with the divine masculines that I was able to get with journaling. And I hate journaling just because of the feeling of writing. In fact, the closest I've ever been to journaling is when I used to do my divine masculine letters. But something in me was like, oh, just sit on the couch, cozy up, get off screen time, and get out like the old-fashioned paper and pen. And it was so insightful to be able to like rest, my body and my mind. And I did a bit of like planting, as you guys saw in the YouTube shorts. So I see a lot of you like doing things like that, and it's like the more you do things to nurture yourself, the higher your vibration becomes, and it just feels really sexy to your divine masculines is the best way I can put it here with the passion card. All right, guys, so that's what's up right now. Loving you from afar, but really, diligently working on themselves, because somebody, the next time they come towards you, it's going to be a really strong offer. Like, I want to show you my world. I want to show you what you've done. I'm thinking of that Ellie Goulding song, You Could See the World You've Brought to Life. I don't know what it's called. I think it's from the 50 Shades of Grey song. But yeah, like somebody wants you to see the world you've brought to life, divine feminine. That's what I feel like your divine masculines are working on. All right, guys. So I am back. Yay. I missed you guys. And thank you so much for all of your loving comments and, just all of your support and just hanging in there with me. And, I'm only human, guys. Sometimes the messages, they get to be a lot, and I feel like my intuition just needs to rest. So yeah, so that I can come back and see what comes through. And as an intuitive reader as well, sometimes like I need, like sleep does me wonders, and also too just like connecting with different things, like allowing different things to come into my mind. So a lot of the times when I rest, it's like I will pick up on the strangest song synchronicities, and I'm like, holy smokes. Like that's definitely a message, because what a random song. Don't even know this song. It's not something I would ever even be listening to, but I feel like I've heard it somewhere. Plug in the lyrics, and of course there's always a message in there for the collective. So yeah, guys, definitely take some time out to like breathe. And journaling, one hell of a practice. Okay, I know I'm maybe late to the party for some of you who might be like, yeah, journal all the time to intuitive. I know I've never been a big journaler, but yeah, last 6 days I've had off. Holy smokes, what a great thing to do. All right, so if you guys would like a personal session with me, of course, guys, please do reach out to me on hipsy.com. I am doing private one-to-one sessions. You can text with me. You can talk with me. I'd love to work with you guys. Read through some of my reviews before you go ahead and book a session if you would like. And of course, there is the membership section for those of you experiencing a lot of that sensual energy. Don't be afraid to check out the 18+ library that I've got going over there, okay? I love you guys, okay? I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.